Hello, fellow travelers. I wanted to start another YouTube channel or a playlist or whatever this is called, but I wanted to be able to offer you guys some specific tools. And so on this playlist, I'll have tools and an explanation of when or how those might be helpful for you throughout your recovery. So the one that we talked about tonight is called Responsible To versus Responsible For. And that dynamic in a state of codependency can feel synonymous. It can feel the same. And it's actually very different. When you think about what am I responsible for versus what am I responsible to, even in relationship, what I'm responsible for with my children is their nurturing, their protection, guiding them, supporting them. What I'm responsible for in my marriage looks very different. In my marriage, I am responsible for myself and my recovery because I want to show up in my truest and highest self. And what I'm also responsible for as a mom is my recovery because I want to show up in my truest and highest self. What I'm responsible to in my marriage is my vows. It is our safety contract in our marriage and our non-negotiables. What I'm not responsible for in my marriage is my husband's recovery. I don't have any control over that. I don't have any power over that. Nor does he have any over mine. So when you think about responsible to versus responsible for, it helps us with our roles and it helps us with accountability. It helps me know how to show up and how to honor I'm 100% responsible for my 50%. What I don't want to do is become responsible for my husband. And I sure as hell know he doesn't want to do that for me. And if I become responsible for his recovery, that looks like codependency. That looks like making sure he went to his meetings, checking his phone to see if he's doing something he's not supposed to be doing, watching the bank accounts to make sure that there's nothing coming out that's not supposed to be coming out, looking for secrets, looking for reasons. And most of the time when that's happening for me, it's because I don't feel safe for me, with me, to me. And therefore, I'm looking for something outside of me to control. Let me say that again. When I don't feel safe with me and me, I'm looking for something outside of me to control because it gives me some semblance of power and it convinces me that I feel safer. So when you think about the tool responsible to versus responsible for, it helps me walk in alignment in my relationships. It helps me know what my role is, what my responsibility is. And as a child, if that was dysfunctional, because maybe I played some role in keeping mom safe from dad, or I played some role in if dad was in a bad mood, I would be really silly and funny and cheer him up. If I became responsible for his emotional state as a kid, as an adult, I'm also going to have confusion over what my responsibility is, how to show up in those relationships, how to stay in my lane. So I like to teach responsibility to versus responsibility for as a tool that helps me show up as my truest and highest self, but it also helps me be 100% responsible for my 50%. And what I do for my children is not what I do for my husband. I honor him by allowing him to be responsible for his recovery, and he does the same for me. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. I hope this is a tool that you can apply and ask questions about, and watch it again in a few months. Sometimes it sounds different depending on what we're going through today. So take good care. I'll see you soon.